Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. I am a part-time reseller on eBay. I buy second-hand things, even some new things from charity shops, car boot sales, wherever I can find them, and I flip them online on eBay for a profit. That's my side gig, that's my main hobby, it's something I enjoy doing, and yeah, it's just good fun. Now, went to 2 car boot sales this weekend just gone. As you can see, the weather is pretty bad. Fortunately at the weekend it was much better, so let me show you what I picked up. First of all, car boots I pick up. So this weekend just gone, went to 2 car boot sales, Saturday and Sunday, both in Torbay area. The Saturday one's always a lot smaller. I don't know why. Well, it's a smaller plot they have it on, but even the number of cars that turns up, it's just a fraction of what happens on the Sunday. So I rocked up there, 6 o'clock, pitch black, about 5 sellers. I just thought, oh no. And to be fair, it does pick up. It's a real slow burner, and by a certain point there are so many buyers that anybody that comes in a bit later is just swamped. I don't like that. I feel like you get there early, people are setting up, and you get like a nice, more easygoing search. Like, people are still like looking through stuff, but it's not like a mad scramble. So the perks of getting there early means that you can avoid the rush. But I'm not one to like dive in and, you know, fisticuffs getting to stuff, because I just can't be asked. But anyway, yeah, yesterday went pretty good. Well, it was okay. I actually got quite a few bits for myself, but I did pick up a few things to resell as well. And do you know what? I'm going to show you this first. Normally, I'd probably leave this for last, but this is the reality of reselling. This is the reality of buying electronics at a car boot sale. Let me explain. So, walked past a stall and I saw that on the table. Manky zip case. I thought, okay. Opened it up, expecting toiletries, and I saw that. I thought, wow, okay, Sony Walkman. Walkman cassette radio. So I thought, okay, let's just have a look. Look at the battery compartment. Not an ounce, not a microgram of rust or battery acid. Opens it up, cassette deck is, or thing is, no, without issue. Brilliant. Press the buttons, they do their thing. Nothing snapped off. Text is all fairly legible, or not legible, like intact. A few pinprick marks, but nothing to worry about. I said, hi mate, how much is that? He said, oh, it's a £5. I was like, okay, that's not awful. And I said, does it work? And he said, oh, I don't know, I'm doing this for charity. I said, okay. And I said, would you do £3? Because I don't know if it works. He said, that's fine. So I picked that up. Did a lap of the car boot sale, which is about less than a minute, because there wasn't much there. And then in literally the same place as I bought that one, there was that. Another Sony Walkman. I was like, blimey heck, is that £3 as well? He said, you can have it for 2. I was like, well, ideal. This one isn't a cassette radio, this is just a cassette. Again, the cassette sort of compartment is fine. A little bit dusty, that's fine. Little bit of sort of, not moulding, but sort of just degradation to this area. Hopefully that'll clean up, no problem. Little bit of wear to the Sony logo, but it still has the rear clip. And again, all the buttons seem to work fine. A little bit sticky, but not awful. Those buttons work fine. I was like, great, £2, ideal. Cut to the chase. They don't work. Well, this one does work. The radio works fine. The Mega Boost button works fine. Volume, tuning, not a problem. But I think the belts have gone on the cassette player. So you'll put a cassette in. I have one to hand here. Stick it in. No batteries in there. You'll turn it on and you'll hear whirring, but the spindles don't rotate. So I think, I did some research, I think the belt has gone on these, which is a shame. I don't know if I have the skills to replace the belt. I'm gonna have to look into it further. If that was in working condition, maybe 25 to 30, because it's fully working condition, sorry, 25 to 30. That one, not so much, maybe 15 to 20, I think. So, but as parts, probably no more than 20 quid for the pair of them, which is still, you know, 5 into 20 is fine. But I don't know if I want to try and repair them. The risk is with me is I try and repair something and I make it worse, because I seem to have a habit of doing that. I also don't know how to get it open. I think you just sort of prise it, and honestly I don't want to ding up the case because the case is in really good condition. So I might just leave it to an expert, not me, just to sell it on as spares or repairs. But that is the risk you take with buying vintage or any electronics. Bear in mind when you buy something, despite what the person says, although this chap didn't know, so that's fair enough, if somebody says it's going to work, it may not work. They might just be having you on. So I think my top tip would be, if you're not quite sure, have a look at sold listings for spares and repairs. Make sure that whatever you're paying for something, basically have it in mind that it doesn't work. So you're buying something and have it in mind that it's broken. Then you can sort of ensure that you're paying what you want to pay for something that you only get spares and repairs for. If it does work, bonus, and that's made your day. But you just don't know in the field. And I say, the fact that everything else works on this one, apart from the cassette, is disappointing, but at least it has some sort of value. That one less so, but I'm not as fussed. But there you go, that is a bit long-winded. That is the reality of buying electronics at the car boot. And to be fair, I hardly ever buy stuff like that. One, because I usually miss out, but also because, yeah, there is that risk they might not work. I've seen things before that, you know, of similar nature that somebody's wanted X amount for, which would make sense to me if it was working, like the profit margin, but you just don't know. You just don't know. So that was the first thing I picked up. Kind of a fail, but not really. It's just unfortunate. But the money's safe. It's just, it could have been so much better. So that's that one. That's sort of the disappointment of the morning. But look, these, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Now, from the same stall, I actually got a couple more bits. So I got this vintage Matchbox Volkswagen Beetle. It is missing its plastic tyres, but I'm sure I've got 4 spares somewhere. Apart from that, not bad condition at all. It's got the Monte Carlo Rally sticker on the front. Door stickers are still there. Not too many chips. That's from sort of the late 60s, I want to say, just before the Superfast wheels came in. I'll be keeping that one. I don't think it's worth a huge amount. Even with the wheels, maybe a tenner, but probably not even that. But I'll be keeping that one. And then I had 3. I actually bought some CDs. I haven't bought CDs in ages. So it's 3 for £1. These are both singles. So I've got Firestarter by Prodigy. Rest in peace, Keith Flint. Absolute legend. Paul Van Dyke, Nothing But You single. Do love a bit of Paul Van Dyke. And then D-Light, World Clique. And if you're thinking, who's D-Light? Have I heard of D-Light? Groovers in the Heart. You'll probably have heard of Groovers in the Heart. Absolute banger. I'm not going to sing it, but oh, such a good song. So yeah, I'll be putting those on iTunes, because I use iTunes. I don't use Spotify because they don't have everything I want to listen to. Okay, that's that. Oh gosh, right. I basically got everything laid out before me here. I've got today's pickups and I've got yesterday. So today is Sunday. So yesterday, in no particular order, because I don't know when I bought things. So yeah, I bought the cassettes and I was feeling pretty smug, unbeknown that they don't work that well. I found I walked past a store and the lady said, "Oh, I know you." And I was like, "Oh dear, what have I done?" She says, "You've bought clothes from us before." And honestly, I haven't seen these two sellers for, I want to say last year. I don't think I bought from them this year at all. So she had an amazing memory. And I was like, "Oh, brilliant." And then she had some clothes on the table. They're all £1 each. Well, these things were £1 each, and other stuff was more expensive, but I'll get to that in a bit. So I found these Nike tracksuit bottoms. Nice embroidered swoosh there. And they said size XL. And this was like £6:45. So size XL. I did the whole I sort of measured them against myself, and they seemed long enough. They were a bit grubby, so I took a risk at £1. Turns out though, they're not adult size. They are a kid size. Ah, stupid. But by some bizarre reason, they fit me, and they fit me pretty good. So how on earth can an extra large kids pair of trackies fit me fine. I did try and wash them, they haven't come out brilliantly well, so I'll probably just keep them as like a sort of garden pair in the winter, you know what I mean, just rag pair. So again, a bit of a fail, but I kind of want them for myself anyway, so, and they fit, and it's just bizarre. But anyway, that's that. So a couple more things I have on the table. So oh dude, sorry, so I'm charging my GoPro at the same time, but the cord doesn't reach very far, so I've got a reel just there. I've got a proper setup going on here today. It's a proper operation. Anyway, so yeah, this lady and her husband, I think, has some, honestly, just a ridiculous amount of clothes. And she's called me over and said, "Oh, I've got some men's clothes for you." I was like, "Okay, that's fine." Starting going through this bag, and then everyone just descends. Like just the whole cupboard just descends on this one stool and starts like going through as well. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, okay, well, I'll take what I can, but obviously, you know, people have just gone feral. But she had this pair of Lee jeans. Now, I've never sold Lee jeans before. I've had a pair previously I bought that I thought were fine. They're actually knackered. I think they've been taken up, because obviously I get caught out with taking up things quite a bit. But she had these. These are, they do name them. These are the Powells, I think they're called. I can't open it. Here we go. Powell, width 34, length 32. They say length 32. I think they're more 31. I tried them on because they're quite a nice colour, but they're just a little bit too short. So I think they just come up short. But no, they haven't been taken up. That is just how they are. So I paid £1. I don't know how well Lee jeans do. I want to say 20 quid on those, but they might be like Wranglers and just sit around a bit. I find Wranglers don't sell particularly well for me at all, even big sizes. So tell you what, we'll say 15 to 17 on those. They might do a bit better, but yeah, we'll see. Again, a bit of an experiment with Lee. So for that, but these were the ones I really eyed up. So I just saw that on the table, that little logo. I was like, okay, what's that? Went into the logo, into the whatever, Outerwear, like Jay-Z, like rapper Jay-Z, Outerwear. I thought, ooh, because I know sort of like flared, baggy jeans doing quite well currently. Now I need to mimic what I saw basically. So I picked them up. Oh, am I going to do basically? The bottoms look like that. I thought, oh dude, they've been taken up. But, and this is the only exception I make to the rule, for somebody who's been caught out by things being taken up before, if they've been taken up but the material below still exists, they might still be worth it. So as you can see, that is where they were taken up, but poorly, like they were stitched like by a chimp or by me. So yeah, none of the material is lost, so it's still there. So it does look a bit funny. I think with a wash and an iron, that will diminish, but the main thing is they still have all the material that they came with, so that's good. So I paid £1. Even with that, what size are these? 34. These are 34. Honestly, they are so baggy. I'm fairly tall, but wearing these quite high up, these drag like crazy. Look, there's some of the taking up material there, sewing. So it doesn't leave like too many holes. It just kind of fades into the material. Anyway, even with that weird line, should be about 20 quid there. These things seem to be selling quite well currently. They're sort of baggy. I'm not saying baggy's coming back, because I didn't really get on with baggy jeans even when they were in. Not that I follow fashion, but yeah, this seems to be quite a cool thing. Baggy jeans, cargo jeans, jeans with pockets. Like I said before, jeans that you couldn't walk into, say, H&M and buy a pair. They're more sort of older style. They seem to be doing quite well. So until they start becoming more mainstream in shops, yeah, there's a good demand for these. So yeah, hopefully 20 quid, even with the weird line. So there's that. She also had these Skechers. Now, these aren't quite the same as I sold previously, but I sold a pair of these not too long ago. These outdoor lifestyle Skechers. They were called, had a really weird name, like Rasta. I'll put a screenshot in here if I remember. But I got 25 quid for them. Although they were in better condition. These really aren't too bad at all. Although they have lost the information tag, so I don't think that's leather. Oh, it might be leather. Nice little buckle there. Nice brown colour. I think they're a size 9 because my wife tried them on and she's a size 9 and they fit perfectly. And I said, nope, you're not having them. She didn't want them. So yeah, I'm hoping pay what were they? £3. So hopefully 25 quid for those. But next year, I'm not going to list them now because we're coming into autumn and there's just not the sort of thing. They're going to hang around for a bit. So I'll list them next year, 25 or so quid, and hopefully they'll fly out come April or so. So that's for that. And the other things I bought from her are both for me. Because I just like them. And I did pay up a little bit. I paid £10 each for these, but because I'm buying for myself, I don't mind too much. So first of all, there it is. I got these Adidas trainers. These are size 12.5. I'm a 13, so they just about fit. These are a Superstar. They're sort of, what do they call them? A Superstar Shell Toe 80s. They're not like vintage. They're like a new release. They're from 2016, but just absolutely fantastic condition. They have been worn, a little bit grubby, but like worn through a field once type thing. So 10 quid, I'm happy paying that for myself. Nice design, nice sort of like almost like reptilian like scales. It's a bit different. But say if I was to resell them, maybe 25, so a good size and good condition, but 10 into 25, I'm never gonna go for that. It's just not worth it. So well, very, very occasionally, but not typically. So yeah, I'll be keeping those ones. On a similar note, I got this ping North Face. This is honestly the thickest hoodie I own. So coming into winter, this will be awesome. It's a double XL. It fits pretty well. A little bit baggy, but that's fine. But it's got this amazing, like almost deep pile lining. Super warm. Don't think it's waterproof. Literally just like a polyester jacket, but so warm. I tried it on, I thought, oh my gosh, yes, I'm having that. I don't normally buy North Face things because saturated market, stuff just tends to sit. Fleeces, even jackets, never mind t-shirts and all the like lifestyle clothing they put out now. So when it comes to outdoor clothing, I'd rather turn to Rab, Berghaus, mountain equipment, stuff like that. Patagonia if I'm lucky. But this just super good quality. Nice pocket on the arm. This is like how what North Face should be, you know. So happy to pay £10 for that. Almost sort of like faint striping, but that is going nowhere. That is going to be a nice winter mate. And I'm hoping it isn't going to be a harsh winter, but you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. So that was that store done. Don't think I picked up that much else. It really was just the 2 stores that kept me going. Then I did pick up this though. This was sort of like a pay a little bit and see how it does type thing. So this is, it's not going to fit in frame, is it? This is a trench coat by a company called Danimac London. This is the polyester one. This is a polyester viscose one. If you see that patch, basically the one you want to look out for, the wool ones, the proper thick wool or cotton trench coats. These don't do so well, and the sell-through rate isn't particularly good, but it was £1. So I thought, you know what, for £1, I'm going to see how well it does. It's a lovely big size. I actually don't know how big the size is. I'm going to say it fits me like fine, so probably a large, extra large. There's a bit of pen there. I don't even know why, but it shouldn't affect the value too much. But from £1, maybe 17 to 20. The wool ones can do 35, 40 and upwards. So, but I'm just intrigued, you know. It's for £1. I don't mind spending £1. If it sits around for ages, that's fine. If it doesn't sell at all, then I'm not going to be too hard done by, am I? So yeah, polyester viscose outer and then nylon lining. Hand wash only. Yeah, it got a couple of minor marks, but nothing noteworthy. I just want to give it a go. It's not the sort of thing I normally pick up, but it's £1. I can't leave it for £1. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how well it does. Just gonna have a swig of drink. Well, I'm just thinking, was that all of yesterday? I normally write it down in my book for like tax purposes, but I haven't yet. And normally I use the videos to work out what I bought. So this is gonna be real helpful come, well, I'll do it later on today, but I'm going to have a bit of a rethink. I'm pretty sure that was everything, you know. Pretty sure that was everything. Walkman, CDs, one little car, fleece. Oh, no! I lie. But there is... In fact, there are two more things. When did I get this? I'm having a bit of a moment. Right, so back to the lady that I bought all the shoes and the fleece off. I forgot about this one again because it's for me. So this is a Elements Walbra collection. It's a nice black bomber jacket. I've been after a nice black bomber jacket for a while. You could call it a Harrington, but is Harrington one of those words that's sirens? Is Harrington one of those words that's copyrighted, like aviator sunglasses? Is it? Something's happened? I don't know. Anyway, fits me like a dream. That was £1 as well. Couple of marks on it. Probably not worth a huge amount. Resale, probably like 15, 17 quid. And Elements, a good brand, but hasn't got a great resale value. So that one I'm keeping. Where's he going to go? Let's stick it over there. And then finally, I think this is a really disjointed video. I'm really sorry. It does happen. Is it 24 hours ago and I can't remember. Never mind. Right, so saw this on a rail of coats. They're all £5 each. I just saw that. I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of cool fleece. Zipped it down and Barber. I was like, ooh, okay, I'll take that for a £5. It's nothing special. Apart from that tartan lining, it really is nothing special. So this is the Barber. It's got a name. This is the classic fleece jacket. Size large. Not a huge amount going for it. I think it's pretty much all polyester. So I just showed you the tag, didn't I? There you go. Polyester outer, cotton, polyester lining, size large, good condition. Obviously has been used. I don't know if it's vintage or not. Barber seems to just sort of churn out the same stuff over and over, doesn't it? So no idea if it's vintage or not. Nice little embroidered hit down there. But apart from that, it's pretty plain. Nice couple of pockets, a couple of inside pockets as well. So yeah, it's made properly. Barber.com, so I've just seen the URL. So it's not a vintage one. But yeah, paid a £5. Probably not worth very much, to be honest. Not one I'm going to keep. Probably worth 20 quid, maybe 25. So it's just a bit furry. And I have given it a wash, and it's still furry. It just picks up all the fluffs from like the universe. So, I mean, I might start at 25, but have offers at like 20 quid and take a 20 quid offer because I just saw Barber went, that's got to sell well, surely. And Barber seems to be one of those brands that the wax jackets sell well, the quilted jackets probably sell quite well if they're in good condition, but kind of everything else is a little bit meh. I know the polo shirts I picked up last week or so don't do particularly well, but it's a fleece for coming into autumn winter. It might sell alright. If I put like hunting, country in the title, maybe that will help the sale, but who knows? Sorry, I'm a little bit thirsty today. It's warm actually. It was cold this morning. It's sort of 6 o'clock. It's a lot nicer now. But I think, do you know what? I think that was all of yesterday. So, not too bad. So I spent more on myself than I did reselling, but hopefully the stuff I'll sell will make up for what I bought for myself and some, if that made sense. So let's go on to this morning. And this morning, got there about 6:15. Overslept a little bit. Got there at 6:15. Not a fair few cars. There's about 3 times the number of cars as there was at yesterday's one. Plenty of buyers. I was like, okay, that's fine. Got out, started walking around, and there's just nothing, like nothing at all. A few pairs of shoes, but nothing that I pick up anymore because the value's too low. So basically, me being picky meant that I barely picked up anything for ages. And things though, as Lee Cola Flipper will attest, there's no point spending money on low profit items because I've already got loads of backlog. I don't need small profit stuff. I want like bigger profit stuff that I want to actually make it like listing worthwhile, if you know what I mean. I don't want to list things that might make me a fiver, because I've got like, no interest in that. So being more picky, that meant that stuff that I would have picked up, say 4 months ago, I'm not picking up now. So yeah, it kind of plays my psyche a little bit, because I like to go out and buy things. I still, because it's a half an hour drive each way, I don't want to go there, not find anything, and think, well, I could have bought stuff to cover the cost of the fuel, but I didn't, because I was looking for higher value items. But because I was in that mindset, I missed the chat. Just internal battles all the time. I'm just, just it's a war zone in there. But patience paid off, and again, right place, right time paid off this one. So, probably in reverse order. Again, pair of Lee jeans. So I've got 2 pairs of Lee jeans. I'm not going to buy any more until I know how well they sell. But these are in lovely condition. These are not a Powell. These are the, find the thing, Darren. The Darren trousers. 36 waist, 32 leg. So a nice size, nice grey colour. Like a straight. I don't think they're a skinny one. Maybe a slim. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, nice condition. Not something I'll be keeping. Again, maybe 17 to 20 on those. So I paid £3. Yeah, let's say 17 to 20, hopefully. But again, I'm not sure how well Lee jeans sell. Had a quick comp search. They seem to do okay, but like Levi's Wrangler type margin. So that's fine. Now I seem to be accumulating quite a few bags. I do like a good bag, like I like a good coat, I like a good bag. But this does mean that I'm actually buying quite a few, not intending to sell them. I've just got like a bag and coat, jacket, museum going on up here, which I really don't need. But if I see a bag I like, and it's cheap enough, I can't turn it down. So case in point, this vintage Umbro bag. Look at this. I do love Umbro. Probably one of my favourite brands, because nostalgia, and I don't know, I think it's underrated, Umbro. So this is like a proper like primary school special. So I'm 29 now, so I would have been at primary school until 2004. Yes, that's right. So this is the sort of thing that, you know, kids were wearing then. Just massive, massive throwback. Love huge embroidered spell out on the front. You know, it's really good. It's got a hook and loop like pocket there, but also zipped. It's got a zip pocket there, zip pocket side, a zip pocket there. Really practical. This is what I love about bags, like just practicality. Just yeah, and also it's got a zip pocket around the bottom, so you can get into the bottom of the bag without undoing the top bit. Genius. So it doesn't have any tags in it, which is a bit strange. I think they've been cut out. But it's, I mean, you wouldn't fake Umbro, would you? It's definitely probably Y2K era. But maybe even the zips are just, those zip tags are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's got the Umbro logo with the world, map of the world over it. Oh, amazing, absolutely amazing. That was £2. I couldn't say no. Honestly, I just couldn't say no. I might wear it around a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with bags. I got a big pile of bags in the corner, right in the corner over there. I'm just accumulating. I mean, some bags are useful, but I don't know what I'm doing. But that wasn't the only bag I bought. In fact, the first thing I picked up today was another bag. And it was this one. This is awesome. This is a Nike Elite backpack. Real big size. I think Nike Elite is basketball. Might be wrong. But I think it's a basketball rucksack. But this is, honestly, it's an absolute monster. Big size, probably, what is that, like 35 litres? But then you've got this zip system. So you've got, again, hook and loop there. You've got 2 zips that side. And then you've got a zip there and there as well. So it sort of like, sort of folds out. I think it's basketball. But I will have to double check. Yeah, there we go. Nike quad zip system. That picks it up. Lovely condition, a few marks on it. But do I keep it? That's the thing. Do I keep it? I really like it. Unless the resale value is huge, which I don't think it will be. I'm just popping in here with regards to this bag. I've just been doing some research. So it's a Nike Elite quad zip bag, right? Check out these comps. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I won't be keeping this. 75 quid! I mean, wow. What, potentially? That's what one sold for. This is blue. It's in great condition when I've got the marks off it. Oh my goodness. Who'd have thought a bag would be worth so much money? So from 3 quid, we're looking at like hopefully a comfortable 60 for this one. I had no idea. I had no idea. So, BOLO. Absolute BOLO bag. Nike Elite quad zip. Be on the lookout for it because, oh my goodness, it's worth a lot more than you think. And actually, I just realised, it wasn't the only thing I bought. I actually bought 2 pairs of tracky bottoms. So, these are both Adidas. Knowing they're going to be youth. No, they're not youth. These are a size large, say new age, nothing spectacular. But they were £1 each. That look long enough to you? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, £1. I thought a pair of tracksuit bottoms with that very design. Not the cotton ones, more like the polyester. Or are these polyester? I don't know. They're more like track pants rather than sweatpants type things. I got like 18 quid for those. These aren't in as good condition, but they were only £1. So maybe 12 to 15 as we're coming into winter. So good condition, they've just been worn, you know. So that's that. And I also got this pair. I don't think this has a size. No, they've cut the limit size out. Rubbish. But I want to say they're a size large as well. Say just standard 3-stripe trefoil new age Adidas originals. Again, need a wash, but good size. Again, maybe 12 to 15 on those. Nothing fancy, but just bread and butter, I guess you can call it. So yeah, those are the first 3 things I bought. And I didn't find anything else for, I want to say an hour. I'm not even joking. I was walking round and round and round and seeing things that I could have bought, but I didn't because I thought there's just not enough profit in it. I mean, 1 into sort of 15 is fine if they sell quickly. That's not a problem. Let's say I probably wouldn't have paid £3 each for those trackies. Would I pay 2? Probably. It's just weighing up the profit margins, you know. And I'm walking around, and there's a lady with a rail of clothing, men's and women's. I'm looking through, I'm thinking, wouldn't mind having these if they're cheap enough. So these 3 things came to £12. So I think this first one was 2, she said. I did a quick check for holes. I didn't see any, but this is where I find the holes I find when I'm doing the sort of the video. I don't think so. So this is a Jager, whatever you call it, size XL, wool and cashmere, but it's like a short sleeve jumper. Bit strange, with a V-neck. So it's £2, lovely condition. So no holes in it at all. Yeah, 90% wool, 10% cashmere. So not a brilliant ratio, but still not bad. Made in Myanmar. Cool. Jager's like Reese, isn't it? It's like a good high-end high street brand, I guess. This is super soft. Lovely sort of stitching across the shoulders, down the arms, cross stitching. A complete experiment. I have no idea what these go for. I haven't even looked it up yet, so I might put a comp in here of a similar thing. But it's a lovely size, probably a, what's that, UK 16 to 18. I'm saying that because the other 2 things I'm about to show you are sizes 18. So yeah, that sort of size, nice big size. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much going for it, but I bought it on the merit of the material. I find that if you find something that's you're not quite sure about, but then it has YKK zips, or it's, I don't know, let's say Gore-Tex, or it's made of merino wool or cashmere, typically means the quality is going to be a lot better than a polyester, viscose, cotton blend thing. Not necessarily, but typically better materials mean better quality and a better resale value. Excuse me. At least that's the logic I'm applying. Might be totally wrong. So for £2 invested, I think we'll be okay there. Even if it's only sort of 15 to 17. But yeah, I don't know. But say I've only got one of the Jager, however you pronounce it, thing. Men's thing. It isn't selling particularly well, but I think that women's stuff does better. So I will let you know. I'll let you know in due course how well that does. Well, on a similar note, she also had this again Jager dress. I just noticed the zip still has some weird sort of coating. It's not like it's been repaired. It's like a sort of, I don't know. Anyway, so again, this is another Jager one. This is an 18. This is a proper women's. I don't know what would you call that dress? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anything about women's clothing. I'm trying to expand into it, as I said before. I don't know what anything is called. To me, that's just a dress, isn't it? I've probably got a name, like A-line, or I don't know. It's a dress. It's got a lovely pattern to it though. Look at that, really cool. Again, I wouldn't know what you call that pattern at all, but colourful. Yeah, set it on the merit of the design, I'm sure. Where's that wash tag? There he is. This is a size 18. Again, this is 97% viscose, 3% elastane, so not a brilliant material composition. But hopefully the design sells it. Pretty nice. I don't know if it's more of a summery thing. It probably is, but I'm prepared to give it a go. I say, well, that was like, oh, I think that was a £5 to be honest. But I'm going to say they were all £4 each because they were £12 for the three of them. So let's go with £4. I mean, there's a couple of tiny little, I don't think it's going to pick it up, pulls there. I'm not worried about that. No major staining, nice zip. So again, a bit of a risk, but you know, when you're starting off with like a new sector, you kind of have to take a few risks because you can't be checking everything when people are just clamoring around you, you know. So that was that. And then finally, there was this one. But as you can see, this one is new with tags. Now, I've fallen foul of new with tags before on another, funny enough, sort of blazer jacket, and it was a complete flop. Didn't know what I was doing. Paid 10 quid for it. Like Alex and Co. Avoid it. High price. Just no one wants it. So that was in the back of my mind when I saw this. I thought, I don't want another instance where I buy something that's worth nothing. But it was £175 at some point in its life, right? I thought, well, that's not bad going. Say, Jager, size 16, but comes with a little button bag as well. But materials can be your friend. So this is 50% cotton and 50% silk. I thought, okay, that's more reassuring. That it's made of good quality materials. There's silk in there. That should sell it, hopefully. Nice size, UK size 16. It doesn't have buttons. What on earth is going to be in that little pouch? Hey, what's going to be in there? No, it doesn't. It doesn't have buttons. Okay, what? There's this little black pouch, right, attached with the Jager logo there. I don't know what's in it, but I don't want to break whatever's. God, I don't know. I actually don't know what. Oh, unless it's those ones. Unless it's a spare one of those. Probably. That makes sense. So yeah, newer tags. Again, I don't know. I'll put a screenshot in here if I remember. But I thought, on the merit of the material and the merit of the brand, I'm hoping there's a decent amount of money there. I'm not talking like ridiculous amount. Hopefully 30. Hopefully. If not, then it's not. Ooh, what's that? Oh no! I thought it was a slag there. This is a bit of fluff. Sometimes you've got to take risks to like learn. So I've paid £12. Hopefully my money's safe. If not, it's not the end of the world, but this is a learning curve at the end of the day. So that was that. Where shall we go now? I think that's all the clothing. You'll be glad to hear. I've got a bit of footwear, and then I've got the find that saved the day. So. there was a lady there who had loads of shoes on the floor. They're all like women's sizes. A few Nike shoes that I haven't picked up previously, but they're like a size 4. They're in good condition, but I thought really small sizes just take ages to sell typically, I find. So another lady got that, that's fine. I did get these 3, and they were £3 each. So these are all size 7, I think, and they're a women's size. Gave them a good check, gave them a check. A little dirty, but otherwise not too bad. So we've got a pair of like basically Nike runners. These are the Downshifter 8 ladies running shoe. These are size 7. Yeah, UK size 7. Condition on the bottom is really good, barely anywhere at all. Bit muddy, but I can get that fine. Toes are slightly grubby, but nothing worth worrying about. They are legitimate. Not that you fake these ones. Well, you probably would, but yeah, these are fine. So yeah, £3 into maybe 20. Let's say 15, 17. But yeah, hopefully more than the sort of standard 15 that I charge for like older Nike shoes. These are a bit more modern. These are from 2018, so yeah, fairly contemporary. Yeah, I'll try and push for 20 once I get looking good. But from £3, that's absolutely fine. Then we've got 2 pairs of, I'm dreading this bit because I just can't pronounce the name of these shoes. I've sold them before, I can't pronounce them. The Huarachi, is that right? I'll just show you. Huarachi. So I sold them these before. They are a little bit like biffed, but that's okay. There's a little like hole. Do you know what? I was debating with these ones because the condition isn't so good. There's a bit of wear there that I need to sort of like sort out. But apart from that, they're okay. The laces are tied together. Who does that? I don't know. So a bit dirty. They should clean up fine. No, that's okay. They're just a bit biffed. They're just a bit there's a little bit there's a little like, not a hole, but like where the rubber's come away from the stitching there. It's not the end of the world. I'll declare it. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. It doesn't affect doesn't go through, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I'll get them looking good. Get those toes pointing in the right direction. Maybe 20 quid on those as well. I know they look crap currently, but I should be able to get them looking much better. So that's that. And then finally, another pair of those Huarachi things. These were the best pair of the lot. So no issues at all. These are a bit different. They got sort of felted bit there. I'll have to look up the actual model. Again, size 7. These are in much better condition. A bit of wear to the bottom, but not too much at all. Nice little nice embroidered Nike swoosh on the front. Yeah, these are the best pair of the bunch. Again, 3 quid. So maybe 25 for those ones, but I don't quite know. But yeah, that was a sort of like a last hurrah. Let's just get some shoes in so I can trickle them out during the next few months when picking shoes up from charity shops isn't as frequent, you know. So that's that. But this find saved the day, and it's something that I don't typically pick up because I'm normally beaten to this sort of thing. But there's a big plastic tote like tub on the floor. It's going to take a swig of drink, and I saw it had some games in it. PS2 games. I don't typically pick up games anymore because unless you get something really good, they typically don't sell for that much. I saw this bag and I opened this box, opened it up, saw it had a PS2 in it. I'll show you, shouldn't I? I'll show you. So, black PS2. Hang on. With the got the expansion. They all have expansion bay? I can't think now. Do you know what? It's been so long since I've played a PS2. That feels really heavy. Why does that feel so heavy? I know it's a big console, but anyway, PS2 and a load of stuff. All this. Actually, tell you what. Scrap that. No, I will show you. So, PS2 with the expansion bay thingy. What's it? I think this means it's a later one, right? It's like a later PS2. Let's try and, I don't want to break it. God. Come on. Oh, I'll do it later. So PS2 console, black, fat one. A load of games. Nothing good, I don't think. Pro Evo 5, Colin McRae Radio 4 Platinum, Buzz, Gran Turismo 4, one of the greatest games ever made. Actually, how's the discs looking? Discs are really good, actually. So, Gran Turismo 4, Toka Race Driver, Sky Odyssey, never heard of it. What else have we got in here? We've got GTA Vice City, missing the map. Oh no, LMA Manager in it. Although LMA Manager is there, no disc. Oops, so Vice City might be a goner. LMA Manager 04, look at Gary Lineker and Alan Hansen there, bloody hell. So Vice City might be a goner, that's fine. SingStar Legends, do you know what, that's good because I've got some SingStar microphones that I was looking for a game for. So I'll bundle that with them. That completes that. Mystery Exile, SingStar ABBA, don't think it's in there. Yes it is. Well, that's a late one. 2008 that one. Whew. ABBA, there we go. Richard Burns Rally, they like their rally games, didn't they? Richard Burns Rally, apparently, I've never played it actually. Apparently it's brutally hard. So I might give that a go actually. And then, what else have we got in here? Oh, look! Vice City. Oh, that disc is absolutely... oh dear. That disc is not good. But, at least, it's in there. Tiger Woods 2002, just found the disc. That is absolutely shot. It doesn't even have a manual. That's just disc fodder. Dora the Explorer, no disc. Oh dear. Never mind. Super Buster Move. What a strange cover that is. It's weird. International Q Club. PS1 game. RC Stunt Copter. Is it in there? Yep, that's complete. Probably not worth very much. Oh, Dora the Explorer. Yeah, all these loose discs are absolutely just, yeah, shot. PSW. Oh, PSW, Gran Turismo 4, and Metal Gear Solid 3. So that's interesting. Also came with, actually got one of these, the Ford Fiesta WRC demo disc thing. Strange. It came with the PS2 instruction manual. That's pretty neat. There he is. And all the peripherals. So we've got DualShock 2 controller. I think that's the only one actually. Yeah, it is. And weirdly, a PS1 analog controller. So I don't know. Imagine if there's two kids there, right? Imagine being given that one. That is such a disadvantage. You know, you haven't even got the blooming sticks. That's not even analog, is it? Oh, I don't know. I haven't even got the little mushrooms. I mean, imagine trying to play a racing game with using the directional pad rather than the... Man, that's... so mean. Right, and then... oh, no way. There's come some SingStar mics. I didn't even see them. And the adapter. Oh, yes! Right, that's a bonus. I didn't even see that in the thing. So there's that one. And there's that one with the adapter. So now I've got 3 pairs of SingStar mics in 2 games. But these, I think these bundle up quite well and sort of go for like 15 quid with that in a game. And the only other thing it came with are these Buzz controllers. I don't think they do particularly well. Do you know what I've just noticed actually? It doesn't come with a power supply. don't think. Unless that's it. Hang on. It doesn't look like an official one. Sorry, yes it does, but it's not the official one. Just a third-party PlayStation 2. That's not a problem. Buzz controllers and the RGB SCART, isn't it? A SCART lead. Is that was the end of it? That official? No, unofficial one. That's fine. I've got an official one somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, and then the buzz controllers. And separately, a Nintendo DS, the first DS I've bought to resell. DSi, isn't it? It's a DSi. It is missing the stylus. Isn't the end of the world. Yeah, it's a DSi with the camera. That is right, isn't it? With a Little Mermaid. I don't care about a Little Mermaid case. Did you get that off? Come on, out. There it is, black DSi. Yeah, DSi. 2008. Wow, it's quite a while ago. That's where the game goes in. Seems to be okay. Volume, SD card. Anything in there? Nope. Yeah, not bad. I don't know if it works. Oh, if I'd known that, I would have tested it there. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because there's a crowd of people. Look at that. There is no game inserted. Freya DSi. Nice. That's awesome. Awesome. I don't know what they go for. I've no idea. It hasn't got a stylus. Maybe I'll source one and then bundle it together. Oh, bundle it. There were a load of games as well, actually, but somebody got their hands on them before I did. Well, actually, no, that's not strictly true. I picked up Mario Kart DS, but then put it down again because it was missing the manual and most of the peripherals. I just thought, I don't think it sells for that much anyway. Maybe like a tenner complete. Then with like free postage, it doesn't fit on large. I just left it. But yeah, so that was a £5 with the Little Mermaid thing, and the PS2 bundle was a tenner. A tenner, yeah. So I was like, take my money. And I had 3 people all said, "Oh, it's a great deal. That's a great deal. That's a great deal." I was like, "Yeah, thanks, but don't like brag on my behalf. I'm just gonna get out of here now. Please don't comment on my buying." I know Ian Master Pieces has mentioned that as well. Like when people like commentate on what you're up to, it's like, just buy your own stuff. Leave me alone. Anyway, I've just broken the case. That was the car boot. Since the last video, I've sold 5 things, which is just appalling. Don't know what's going on. I don't mind too much, but it's just frustrating. Anyway, so 3 things. 5 things. Idiot. So I saw these Ganesha Handicraft fisherman trousers. Had these for ages. They were newer tags, like a weird sort of cotton hand loomed, almost like a hippie trouser, if that isn't derogatory. I paid £1 for those. They've gone for £13 plus postage, so I'm only picking those up again. All Saints jumper. I thought this would do a lot better than it has. It was an extra small, but it fitted like a medium, but obviously doesn't really make sense anyway. That's gone for £8 plus postage, so just hopeless really. So there's Hot Wheels, Flying Customs, Ford Gran Torino. That's one from the collection. That's one for £8 plus postage. This Jeeves and Hawkes merino wool stripe jumper. One of the oldest things in my shop. I think I've had it, well, since I started reselling, so back in February, and I thought it would fly out, and it hasn't. And I think I originally put it at 40, and just brought the price down. Had an offer for 20, had it up for 30, had an offer for 20, counted with 25, and they accepted it. So that's gone for £25 plus postage, and I think I want to say I paid £4 or £5 for it. So, you know, not a bad return, but I just thought it would do a bit better. And finally, something that I really didn't want to sell, but it didn't fit me properly, so I had to sell it. This vintage Naf sweatshirt. This is probably the greatest sweatshirt I've ever laid eyes on. It is superb. I only paid £1 for it, Wanted to keep it, but I think it was, the arms were just too short and it was a bit too tight fitting. Put it up for £40 plus postage and it sold within about 5 days. So happy to see, I'm just gutted to see it go, but I won't be gutted to see the money in my bank account. So that's that. That is the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave it there because otherwise it's going to drag on for ages and ages and ages. And, well, I mean, I think I've already talked for an hour, so, and I've just done pickups, so crikey. Imagine footage as well. We don't want that. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop a like. If you want to drop a comment too, please do. And if you want to subscribe to see very similar videos in the not too distant future, I will be eternally grateful if you do that. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.